Ladies and gentlemen, Season 3 is almost here, and Epic has something exciting planned, but we are all wondering, what will happen as Season 2 comes to a close? Will the map become flooded? What will happen to Midas's Doomsday device? And is Mecha actually behind all of this? Will there be a massive thundercloud that rains on the entire map, powered by the storm itself, like Top 5 Gaming has found in the book placed on Midas's desk? Wait until you hear what happens, and there may even be a massive heist and unvaulting of past Fortnite items. We have the best and the wildest clues and theories from fans that will blow your mind today, and we just might know exactly what happens in the Season 3 storyline. I'm your second favorite PE teacher, Denver. Hit like right now and double check to see that you are subscribed for more awesome videos. Also leave a comment letting us know what you think might happen in Season 3, and you might get in the next video just like these guys here. Let's get started. Now, what we do know from the files and what we can see in Midas's control room, there is a Doomsday device being powered and built right before our eyes. We saw leaker HypeX on Twitter show the cables slowly coming together, and inside of those cables are what look to be powerful electricity that might be charged from the storm itself. But user Nogsy on Reddit told us just what might happen and how a massive storm might form over our heads and rain down, flooding the entire map. We'll hear about that in just a second, but there are reports that puddles are now forming across the map. Have these always been there, and maybe we just didn't notice? Players are showing this is happening more and more, as Royal Tree Puncher says people are saying the puddles have been there the whole time, but honestly, these seem like more than just random. And as I may have thought too, well, maybe we just didn't notice these puddles, but other members of the community said people need to stop saying they've been here this whole time. They have not. So if you see any more of these puddles pop up, let us know as we continue to put the pieces together. But Royal Tree Puncher also noted that these are now popping up on the bridge near Salty Springs. I went in to investigate, and it is confirmed there are small puddles along the edges of the concrete and dirt. So could this just be a minor thing that won't matter at all, or is Epic giving us just small clues of what is to come? Now, another user, Banana Malks, said maybe the map will get flooded because Midas turns everything gold in the Doomsday event. And in mythology, gold washes away with water, I think, but I'm not sure, he says. And at first I heard this and I was like, no, I don't think that can be it. But watch this. If you look at the story of Midas, it will blow your mind. It says Midas's daughter came to him upset about the roses that has lost their fragrance and become hard. And when he reached out to comfort her, found that when he touched his daughter, she turned to gold as well. What's crazy is we think the engineer is Midas's daughter, although that might not be the case, just that he has a picture of her. So we might assume so, but it gets even better. The story says now Midas hated the gift he had coveted, which was the gold touch. He prayed to Dionysus, begging to be delivered from starvation. Dionysus heard his prayer and consented, telling Midas to wash in the river Pactolus, I think is how you say it. Then whatever he put into the water would be reversed of the touch. Wow, so this is why we might see water across the map. Click like if you think that was a really good catch from Banana Malks. Awesome name, by the way, and could totally come true. But what if Midas's Doomsday device turns everything gold, and then the only way to reverse it would be to cover it all in water and wash it away? And remember, the awesome leaks first given to us by Tabor Hill and his source do say that the theme will be water. Now it's starting to make sense, but where will all the water come from then? Just wait and see here, because this is about to blow your mind. And I just spoke to Top 5 Gaming about this, who said they found Midas's book that shows a picture of the Doomsday device. And of course, what's right next to it? What looks to be a storm cloud with thunder. This sparked tons of theories about people maybe saying we will get a ton of different weather in the game, like typhoons, tornadoes, stuff which would make the game definitely more interesting, although pros might not be the biggest fans. But what if all we see is just one giant storm built by the zone storm itself? The electricity from the cables powering it, it is just one huge weather device that is not only meant to just rain for no reason, but because something happens with Midas and his golden touch and washes it all away. Could Midas just be a good guy and stops the war between Ghost and Shadow and then frees them all by washing away the gold? Could he just accidentally turn the engineer, aka what might be his daughter, to gold, as the original mythological story of King Midas goes? And this storm is the only way to wash the gold away from her and turn her back to normal. So watch this. User Nogzy possibly putting into effect what some of Top 5 Gaming has found. By the way, check out Top 5's channel if you haven't already. They have broken down the storyline so clearly and make amazing videos. But Nogzy says this: what in the Fortnite map contains electricity? The storm. In-game, when you're in the storm, a lot of lightning can be seen and a lot of rain. More proof is that the storm flip item also has lightning and electricity coming out of it. And many people have found hatches surrounding the agency. In these hatches are some sort of purple-pink substance. What else is this color? The storm. What if the cables are gaining power from the storm and gaining it to power the Doomsday device and to use it to cause a flood? And says, here's how. Okay, just a warning, this gets crazy, so buckle in, hit like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Nogzy says, in the storm you can see rain, obviously a storm. Now what if whoever is behind this uses the storm power to create one massive storm cloud that will pour down rain upon the entire map, making the map and surrounding water flood due to the size of the storm and all the rain that is filling up the whole map. So what is the Doomsday device? Is it some sort of weather device? Remember last season of that loading screen of that hurricane on the TV that the Chaos Agent was using? Maybe even that could link. So whoever is behind this is setting up a Doomsday for the map to flood and for it to be wrecked. Who is behind this though? Well, it might be the agents. Why else would it be in their hideout and in Midas's room? Midas is obviously up to something. What is it? Wow, the agents now might be behind this, and not just Midas. Again, just a wild theory. And thank you, Nogzy. And talking with Top 5 Gaming, I think a lot of that came from their original theory. So I think that we are figuring out way more than Epic wanted us to. And this next theory gets even wilder and totally different from everything we've heard so far. User Salty Marshmallow posted this on Reddit saying, okay, so I know this is a far stretch, but what if the big spy war is leading up to a massive heist under the agency? This heist would be using those underwater things, aka the hatches surrounding the agency, and would be done by the winning spy force. In the end, they heist the vault and there's a massive unvaulting of items. Some possible evidence is when at the beginning of the season, Epic said our choices on what faction would affect the game forever. I don't know how plausible this is, but just an idea. What do you guys think of that? Is Salty Marshmallow onto something here? And could we see many things unvaulted in a great heist? We're all still waiting for what Epic meant by those choices having an effect on the game. Did you guys pick Shadow or did you guys pick Ghost, by the way? I don't know if I even chose yet, but for some reason I'm kind of leaning towards Ghost. Which one should I pick? I don't know. But right now, below what Salty Marshmallow said, we see this. Lizard675 says, the other agents don't know about Midas's Doomsday device, and maybe while on the heist, they find and steal the device, since the side Midas is on seems to be the good guys / Ghost. So they could try and stop Midas, and that could be like a battle or live event. And this goes perfect with what Tabor Hill and his source said, that Shadow wins the agency. And that actually makes perfect sense because we are still really early in chapter 2. And if you guys have ever watched any good versus evil movies ever, which most of us have, 99% of the time the good guys win. So if the so-called bad guys win this fight, it would give the good guys, or what appears to be Ghost, the chance to come back and win in the end. Just good story writing, and I would totally expect Epic to do this, but for our final 2 completely plausible but crazy theories, just wait till you hear these 2, and one even including the Mecha Team Leader and where he is now after his fight with the monster in Chapter 1. First, Yo Pro Bro said, could it be that the Doomsday device has something to do with the dam in Hydro 16? Or is it possible that the device could break the dam, causing a flood? I know I've heard people say it's probably under the agency, which is a great possibility, but just keep in mind that the dam exists and could also contribute to the storyline. Just a thought, let me know what you all think. And we've heard, guys, a lot of theories about the dam breaking, which would mean the entire map would not be flooded because there isn't enough water. But here's the thing, don't miss this, and why I included this to show you guys. Epic doesn't often make changes to the entire map. The snow was in one corner. The desert was in one corner. Think about that. So water theme for the entire map, that is super risky, especially if underwater fighting and swimming isn't liked by a lot of people. So what is the solution? To flood one corner of the map. At first I thought, no, I doubt the dam does anything anymore, but the more I think about it, the more I think that's exactly what Epic would do, since they have never made such a drastic change to an entire map like flooding would, except for the whole new Chapter 2 map itself, and even then, they kept around a lot of old locations. Makes sense right now. What I thought was a dead theory and was false might actually be exactly what they do. Now, speaking of those old locations, just wait until you hear this and why some of the Chapter 1 map is part of the Chapter 2 map. This will blow your mind. This last theory is brought to you by another Reddit user, and he's a doctor, so we should definitely listen to him. And check to see you hit like and subscribe real quick before you go today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and leave your comment on what you think might happen in Season 3. But in this post, we see this. So in my opinion, in Season 9, Mecha Team Leader flew away into the Chapter 2 map, and he took shelter in the vault. And soon enough, another deadly threat will pose a threat against the map, leaving our faithful hero to gain strength with the allied force Ghost and Shadow. And it could be true, MTL, Mecha Team Leader, could be below the agency or something, but another user, fellow Earthling, added this to complete this theory. Singularity knew MTL messed up and broke time, so they left for the new island immediately and built the infrastructure and housing there, while the 7 did their thing with the old one. That's why there's a mix of the older and neo designs, why some old locations exist but aren't identical to their original versions, why a lot of hidden things like retail or salty basements aren't here, and why there's so much emphasis on alternative energy sources like nuclear, cube, and hydroelectric. So the Chapter 2 map is a part rebuild of the Chapter 1 map based on Mecha Team Leader breaking through and trying to rebuild the map we once knew. Insane theory, and that is all we have for you today, guys. Thank you for watching, and be sure to catch more amazing videos right here. And just for you OG fans still watching, we might actually be changing our name soon from this Denver guy to another surprise name that we feel kind of covers what we were doing on this channel a little bit better. You guys have an amazing day, and we will see you in the next video. Love, Denver.